Hello students, myself Assistant Professor Namrata Khilocha, Raffle BBA College, Vapi. In the subject Human Resource Management, SYBBA 3rd semester, we are today going to understand regarding unit number 3, training, and the question which we are going to understand, that is SET, systematic approach to training. Now, we are very clear with the meaning of training, that training is a process of increasing knowledge, skills, and aptitude towards the employee so that to achieve the goals. Here, for that, SET theory will be implemented. This is available in 4 major ways. First one, identify training needs. Now, for this TNI, training need identification, it is very required. Here, improving performance or overcoming performance problems may occur in organizations, departments, or with individuals also. The first stage of the systematic approach training is therefore to use various types of analysis to identify the nature of problems as precisely and accurately as possible. Techniques used for identifying training needs range from the general to the specific. This can be done with 3 major analyses. First one, organizational analysis. It looks at the proposed training within the context of organization. It tries to know whether the proposed training will be compatible with the strategy, goals, mission, vision, culture of the organization or not. Future plans of the organization should also be considered here. Over and above this, the availability of the training expert, training facilities, financial resources, and competing training programs should be considered as a part of organizational analysis. Second one level, that is task analysis. Task performance requires knowledge, skills, and ability. The focus is on such requirement of job performance. The task analysis try to verify that the task is important and training is needed to develop knowledge, skills, and abilities needed for satisfactory task performance. The third one level, that is individual analysis. The individual analysis tries to determine which employees should receive training. As an answer to this question, the trainer may point out individuals on the basis of their past performance or select an entire work group. After that, the trainer makes assessment of the level of knowledge and skills of chosen group employees. The assessment of qualities and qualifications of an individual is compared with the job requirement, and deficiencies required training are identified. So here the assessment of individual can be done in both the way, either individually or in a group. Accordingly, the content of the training program are determined. Step number 2 in SAP, that is plan and design training. Once we have identified training needs, we can plan and design appropriate training programs. Some problems and needs may fall within existing training provisions. Others require special attention, and that's why a training intervention take account of the full extent of training needs to help people to improve their performance. We can plan this for groups or for individuals, and they can vary in duration from a few days to a year or more. So training programs duration may vary. All training interventions should have one feature in common, which is that they have not been completed until satisfactory performance has been attained, or whether it will improve the deficiency or not. This stage of systematic approach to training is concerned with planning the best use of available training resources and using them to design training activities. These have to be planned within constraints such as financial constraint, that is budget, operational demand, facilities, availability of the personnel, etc. Third one stage of this approach, that is implement training. Within the systematic approach to training, this is the stage where people undertake learning activities. This requires the active, wholehearted participation of the trainee, supported by skilled facilitation. The degree to which the trainee is willing to participate in the training activities depend on such factors like the trainees recognize the need for training, the trainee is sufficiently motivated to learn under the training program. During the implementation, this motivation is maintained or increased but not reduced. The design of the learning event is realistic within the context of the organization. There should be clearly defined objectives are used to direct or motivate learning activities of employees. The trainers possess sufficient technical and instructional skill so that to make the training program more interactive. And personnel in the organization who are associated with the training activities, they need to be support to the application and development of newly acquired knowledge, skills and attitude, etc. Especially here, the top level management support must be required. The success of the implementation of the stage relies on these and many other factors. And the fourth one stage, that is assess results. So after implementation of the training program, evaluation takes place. Training is only as good as the result is achieved and the benefit derives from it by individual and their organization. The fourth and the final stage is therefore to assess and evaluate these results obtained from the training program. This may depend upon the terms of reference and the data being used for measurement and the extent to which this is common to the people involved like trainers, trainees, line management, general management, training agencies, etc. Assessment need to answer three basic questions. That is, first one, did the training achieve what it tries to achieve? So here we need to analyze whether the objectives of the training program are achieved or not. Second, did the training improve the performance or solve the problem? So here we need to analyze that whether the deficiency in the skills and knowledge and abilities will be resolved or improve or not. And third one, was the training worthwhile? Here we need to analyze that whether the investment of time, budget, activities, expert skill, etc. will be worth or give return or not. So these are the main questions by which the assessment of the result can be done. The assessment can be also done by checking the result, by observing the behavior and evaluating the performance of individuals. So by implementing these four stages here, we can clear with the set theory which is called as the systematic approach to training. Thank you, students.